统联接成功。
Good morning. On rainy days, it's suitable for sleeping, but even more so for studying. Welcome back to the course of the WTO law. As usual, let's recall what we've learned last week. I've already sent all the key questions and the answers to you in the WeChat group. That's about 16 questions or so. But still, I've got 2 other important questions for you to consider. Listen carefully. Question number 1. Question number 1. Question number 1 is the question I asked to Miss Shi Mengping, and she paused for the question. The question is like this. Who can submit amicus curiae briefs? Amicus curiae briefs. Amicus curiae briefs. Who can submit amicus curiae briefs? Who can? I'll give you some options. WTO members, sovereign states, international governmental organizations, non-governmental organizations, or individuals, companies, organizations. Who can submit amicus curiae briefs in WTO dispute settlement? Who? You still remember? 3 words.
I don't know.
Okay. To put it another way, what is amicus curiae composed of? Who can serve as the members of amicus curiae? Anyone know that? You may sit here. You know that?
No.
Okay. Okay, I'll tell you directly. Individuals, companies, and organizations. Of course, WTO members cannot submit amicus curiae briefs because this means the friend of the court. The friend of the court, while the WTO members are the parties to the WTO dispute? Okay, that's question number 1. Question number 2. What does quasi-judicial mean? Quasi-judicial. If I'm not mistaken, I remember I asked this question. Wang Hao, have you prepared well for this question? What does quasi-judicial mean? In English.
Quasi-judicial.
Quasi-judicial.
Judicial.
Huh? I didn't quite catch your words. Again. Okay, I'm afraid you'll forget the task I assigned to you. Listen carefully. What does quasi-judicial mean? Quasi-judicial denotes or relates to or means what? The powers and functions similar to those of a judge, such as those exercised by an arbitrator or an administrative tribunal. Okay? The functions and powers similar to a judge, but not quite like those of a judge, just similar to. For example, in arbitration, the arbitrator. Arbitration is a kind of quasi-judicial system. Okay? And the WTO dispute settlement is also a quasi-judicial system because it's not like a court exactly. It's not like a court exactly. Just quasi-judicial. Similar to. Okay, just 2 questions. Today, hopefully, we are going to manage to finish Chapter 4, the WTO dispute settlement. And today's focus would be the appellate body proceedings or appellate review proceedings and the challenges faced by the current WTO dispute settlement. Challenges. You know, because right now the WTO dispute settlement is under paralysis. The appellate body doesn't have enough members, right? AB members are lacking right now. Then let's look at this page. I think the PPT I sent to you last week. Okay, let's finish the remaining part. This is the quasi-judicial dispute. Okay. We'll skip this part and move on to the next page. Now let's look at subsection D, appellate body proceedings. Appellate body proceedings. Are you prepared for questions? Okay. Question number 1. How many days? How many days do the members have to review the panel reports before they are adopted by the DSV? I'll repeat it again. How many days do the members have to review the panel reports before they are adopted by the DSB? The answer lies here. 20 days after they have been circulated. Okay. Next question. It's about this part. In contrast to panels, the appellate body has detailed standard working procedures set out in the working procedures for appellate review, right? As you can see, detailed standard working procedures. Standard working procedures. Let's recall the working procedures of a panel. This is the appellate body proceedings. Let's recall what's the working procedures like in a panel proceeding. The working procedures, the rules on working procedures are rudimentary. So the panels have more discretion to have its own working procedures. While in appellate body proceedings, the appellate body have much more detailed standard working procedures, which means the AB enjoys much less discretion because it's a standard. It's fixed. Standard fixed. Cannot be changed. Okay? Okay, let's move on to next page. Next slide. Initiation of appellate review proceedings. The first sentence is important. And there is an important point for you to distinguish. Look, what's the difference between notification and notice? Notification, notice, both of them are like in Chinese, 通知, right? What's the difference? First, this word, simultaneously, means at the same time. Okay? Then notification is for the DSB, while the notice of appeal is for appellate body. That's different. Got it? DSB is a political body, right? While AB is a judicial body. The notification to appeal is for DSB. The notice of appeal is for AB. These two simultaneously at the same time. Okay? Next question. What is a cross appeal? This sentence is also important, but we'll not mention it. Let's skip it to next part. What is a cross appeal? Cross appeal. What is an appeal? Appeal. Yeah, good. And what is cross appeal? I'll give you an example. I'll show you, okay? In AB proceedings, in panel proceedings, we've got a complainant, right? And we've got a respondent. In panel proceedings. Well, in appellate proceedings, the party who appeals is called, what's the name of the party who appeals? Yeah. Appellant, right? Good. Then, what's the name of the party who is appealed? Appellee. Yes, appellee. Then what is a cross appeal? It means the appellee appeal. The appellee also appeal. That's called cross appeal. Again, I repeat it again. Cross appeal means the appeal made by the appellee. Got it? In the original appeal, one party appeals. We've got appellant and appellee. But in the cross appeal, the appeal is made by the appellee. That means cross. Cross. In cross appeal, the appellee in the original appeal becomes the appellant, while the appellant in the original appeal becomes the appellee. Not that difficult. Okay. We'll move on to next slide. And pay attention to this phrase, notice of other appeal. Just like the notice of appeal. In cross appeal, the notice of appeal is called the notice of other appeal. Okay? Okay, good. On this slide, I've also got several questions for you. Question number one is, can the parties withdraw their appeal? Withdraw their appeal. For example, there's a complainant appealing a dispute. Then the complainant becomes the appellant. Then the appellant withdraws its appeal. Can this happen? Yes. As you can see, yes, they can withdraw. Why would they withdraw? Yes? What's the purpose of withdrawing the appeal? In some cases, parties withdrew their appeal in order to refile late or submit a new one. So that's allowable. It's permitted. Next question. Who can file an appellate's submission? Who can file an appellate's submission? Appellee submission. Submission means legal opinions. Who can submit appellee's submission? Here, may file an appellee's submission. Who? This is the date, time frame. Any party that wishes to respond to allegations of legal errors by the panel may file an appellee's submission. Okay. Look here. Whether raised in the submission of the original appellant or in the submissions of other appellants. To put it another way, as long as it is appellee's submission, as long as it is, we say, for the rebuttal of the original notice of appeal, they are called appellee's submission. In two circumstances, submission of the original appellant or submissions of the other appellants, both of them are called appellee's submission. I explain it in Chinese here because it's difficult. 无论是在原上诉人的意见书当中提出来的，还是在其他上诉人的意见书当中提出来的，针对这些个意见，他们都叫 appellee's submission. Have you noticed that? Cross appeal, the original appeal and the cross appeal. Okay. You can try to understand it after class. Okay. I'll give you a question I've ever posed before. In the panel proceedings, what's it like? Is it an oral proceedings or just like written submission proceedings? I think I asked this one time before. In the panel proceedings,
written one.
good, very good. It's more like a written proceedings, right? Just the exchange of written documents, written submissions. While in the appellate body proceedings, they are more like what kind of?
Oral one.
Good, oral proceedings. Oral proceedings. Then, question. How many stages are there in the oral hearing of the AB? How many stages? Step 1, Step 2, Step 3. How many stages are there in the oral proceedings of appellate body proceedings? How many? Look, very good. 3, right? Here. At the hearings, first, make a brief opening statements. Opening statements. Stage 2, answer detailed questions posed by appellate body members. Stage 3, make a brief concluding statement. Very easy, right? Good. So have you caught a cold? Have you caught a cold? Okay. Pay more attention. To your health. Okay, let's move on to next slide. Also a very important point. What rights do third parties have in panel proceedings? Let's recall. What rights do third parties have in panel proceedings? We'll learn the appellate body proceedings in a comparative way with the panel proceedings. Let's first recall what rights do third parties have in the panel proceedings. I'll give you more information. Can third parties attend both the two substantive meetings? Yes or no? No. It can only attend the first substantive meeting for only one session, right? Good. Again, another question. Can the third parties receive all the written submissions of the parties? Or no? Good. Then, what written submissions can they receive? Only the look here. Only can receive the first written submissions of the parties. Only can receive the first written submissions of the parties only. Then let's come to the appellate body proceedings. My question is, what rights do third participants have? Look, the name has been changed, right? Third parties have been changed to third participants. Good. Then what rights do third participants have in AB proceedings? More rights or less rights? Or fewer rights? More or fewer?
More.
More, yes, good. More rights. Let's see what rights do they have. Okay. First right. Can they participate all the meetings in the oral hearing? All the meetings in the oral hearing? Yes or no? Yes or no? He didn't mention, right? Here, look. And have the right to participate in the oral hearing. Is it everything? All the oral hearing? Yes or no? Yes. Yes. All the meetings in the oral hearing. Not just the first substantive meeting, but all the meetings in the oral hearing. Point 2. What submissions can third participants receive? Just the first written submission or all submissions, right? Look, all submissions. Point number 3. Besides those two rights, there is an additional third right. It's besides to those two, third participants can also have a right to file a written submission themselves. Not just attend and be heard. Not just attend the meetings. They can also file their own submissions. And that's why we say third participants enjoy more rights than third parties in the panel proceedings. Okay? Good. In three aspects. How many meetings can they attend? How many submissions can they receive? Can they file their own submissions? 3 points, 3 aspects. Okay. Okay, let's move on. Here. Exchange of views and deliberations. I suggest turn off the air conditioner. Will you please? 请立山 turn off the air conditioner, would you please? Turn off. Thank you. Here, exchange of views and deliberations. How many members are there who attend a specific hearing? How many members of AB are there who attend a specific hearing? How many? How many members are there in total in the AB? Are you nervous? How many members are there in total in the AB?
Have some choice.
7. 7 members in total. Then, in a specific or particular case, how many members will serve on the division?
30.
In total, 7. In a particular case, how many we choose? Guess. 3, right? In a specific case, there will be 3 AB members chosen who serve on a division of the appellate body. Then, is it clear? When the 3 members reached a conclusion on a particular case, will they issue the AB report directly? I will repeat the question again. When the 3 members of the AB reached a conclusion on the appellate review of a particular dispute, will they finish the AB report directly? Yes or no? The answer lies here. Yes or no? No, right?
Yes, yes.
You should still answer no.
No, no, no.
Okay, good. No. What would they do then? The answer lies there. Look, before finalizing its report, what will they do? They will exchange views on issues raised by the appeal with other members of the AB. Okay, got it? Exchange views first, because there are 7 members in total, right? Look, there are 7 in total. For a particular case, there are 3. After the appellate review, the 3 members will exchange views with other AB members. Then they can finalize their AB report. And what's this process called? It's called the word in red, the principle of collegiality. In Chinese, we call it what? 合意制原则. The principle of collegiality. Okay, good. Let's move on to the next page. This page. The first paragraph will not mention it anymore. This question is important. What documents will be submitted to DSB for adoption after the appellate review? Adoption of appellate body reports. Let's come back to the question again. Now, it's the end of the panel proceedings. A panel report was finalized, was ready. But one of the parties decides to appeal. Will the panel report be submitted to DSB for adoption? 董欣婷. I'll repeat the question again. Everybody, listen. I'll repeat the scenario again. Right now, it's the end of the panel proceedings. The end. And a panel report was finalized. But one of the parties decides to appeal. At this moment, will the panel report be submitted to the DSB for adoption? Yes or no? Last week we mentioned this. I think maybe you're not feeling well. Okay. Never mind. Never mind. Who got the answer? You? I'll repeat the question again, okay? Now, it's the end of the panel proceedings. And a panel report was prepared. But one of the parties decided to appeal, go to the second instance of the proceedings. Will the panel report be submitted to the SB for adoption? 于浩翔 Yes or no? Very easy question.
Yes.
Yes. Why? Why yes? One of the parties decided to appeal. Okay, I'll leave this question to think about it after class. Take a break first.